Hi, I'm Paige Steers. We're here at ULI giving you insights from the experts on what's happening right here on the ground floor. I am with Michael Berman, and Michael just participated in a panel called The Battle for the Multifamily Space. And what a battle it has been. A lot of interested capital into the segment of the market, Michael. So let's talk about the overall market, because we saw some changes over the last 3 months. What has really changed in the dynamics of this sector?
Well, I think with the contagion from Europe and some of the problems that we've experienced in our own economy, the slowdown and so on, the players other than Fannie, Freddie, and FHA, which have provided consistent liquidity, have really pulled back a little bit. They've gotten a little more conservative, a little bit gravitating towards lower leverage transactions, key markets, the gateway markets, A-quality properties. So if you looked at the first half of the year versus the second half of the year, I think you would see a difference, again, other than Fannie, Freddie, and FHA, which have provided constant liquidity.
So while we have the liquidity, there is some pullback, but it seems like cap rates are still pretty low. They're in the fours on a lot of these deals. So is there over-exuberance happening, Michael?
I think it's clear that with home ownership coming down, the rental space is probably the single strongest asset class in the United States right now. And people are coming there. And what we're seeing is not as much high leverage as we saw the last time around. So I think that will moderate what might otherwise look like a bubble.
Okay, so we're going to look at 2012 and beyond. And we like to talk, and we like to heard a little bit in the panel about agency reform, big on people's minds. And you have a seat at the table in listening and helping shape those discussions. So can you give us an update on that, and then really what the industry can do? Because as I understand it, when we're thinking about the overall agency picture, $5 trillion is single family and $300 billion is multifamily. But here we are with a room full of people that want to really reinforce those changes. So tell us where we are, Michael.
So the debate has started on Capitol Hill. As you mentioned, Fannie and Freddie have a $5 trillion roughly book of single-family business, and that's where a lot of the problems were, or where all the problems were. So the focus on Capitol Hill really is there. And we have a very steep educational hill to climb to get folks on both sides of the aisle and in both the House and the Senate to understand that Fannie and Freddie play a very vital role for multifamily, and that $300 billion book has actually performed extremely well. It's profitable, and the liquidity that they provide to that sector is extremely important. As we become a society that focuses a little bit more on rental housing, we need that liquidity, and that's critically important. So we need people to really step up and help us to educate the folks on Capitol Hill of just how well Fannie and Freddie have done and how their continued role is so important.
Okay, well, it's a good call to all of the operators here in multifamily. Continue to reach your congresspersons and continue to spread the word. So thanks for educating us today, Michael.
Thank you. Appreciate it.